All right, we are live. The goal for the stream is shiny Petilil. One way or the other, we're gonna get one. Lettuce, spicy, bitter, and 2 mustard, if I'm not mistaken. So this should be shiny power 3 and humongo power. Perfect. Exactly what we need. So we're gonna have some Petilil spawning, and we have a nearby outbreak that has Sawaddle. So we can kind of just fly in between the two and kind of shiny hunt 2 Pokemon at the same time. Because here's our Sawaddle outbreak. If we don't see a shiny, we just fly back. And that's going to be the plan for the stream. The main priority is getting Petilil, just because this shiny hunt has been avoiding me for months now. And I kind of just want to get it over with, because it's such a difficult shiny to see, and I'm not getting much luck in Legends Arceus either. So I figured we do an outbreak, our odds should be higher, so we can finally finish off all of the Hisuian forms. See, Okay, no shiny Sawaddle. Go back to Petilil. And it's just gonna be this back and forth until we get what we want. So we let me see, 2, that's 3, that's 6, 9, 12, 14. No Swaddle. Best case scenario for this stream is we get 3 shiny Petilil so we can finish the entire evolutionary line. And we never have to do this shiny hunt again. What up, Gavin? Welcome, welcome. We are trying to get the elusive shiny Petilil. It has been avoiding me for months. I've only seen 1 shiny Petilil in my life, and that was in Legends Arceus. And that was when I was like first starting to shiny hunt, and I failed it. So I've been trying to reclaim this shiny for months now. And I just decided today's stream is going to be dedicated mostly to shiny Petilil. I want to get this shiny hunt over with because it's such a difficult shiny to see in Scarlet and Violet, especially since they don't notify you in this game when the shinies pop up, so you really have to pay attention. You can see I like Toucanon. Yeah, it's a bit of like an inside joke with my group of friends. A very stupid concoction with Toucanon. Figured I'd put kind of like a stupid image up. Especially the Cramorant. Whenever I don't feel like being on camera, I kind of want to just chill out. I put a picture of Cramorant from Pokopia. Because Cramorant's face is just funny to me. And it's actually been funny. There's some people who come in and they're like, why is Cramorant staring into my soul? And I was like, yep. That's the kind of reaction I want. Because it is very random. How's it going with you? You shiny hunt at all? You play Pokemon at all? Like, and plus he has no Sir Warrior. I don't know why. Toucanon. Yeah, I recently was messing around with Toucanon in Pokemon Champions. I was doing just to like surprise people, because no one really like plays with Toucanon in Pokemon Champions, right? So I was doing a Whimsicott and Toucanon duo and this was specifically to kind of counter Aerodactyl and like Charizard and stuff, and a couple other Pokemon. Because Toucanon gets Skill Link, which lets all of its multi-hit moves hit the maximum amount of times. So I would Tailwind, so my Toucanon is faster than everything, and then I would either Rock Blast the Aerodactyl and Charizard and completely kill them. If for some reason they live, or any Pokemon lives, I would have a King's Rock attached to Toucanon, so there's like a higher chance of flinching. So it's gotten a couple people off guard. Play the Pokemon cards? Yeah, I haven't played the Pokemon cards since like maybe like the first base set, like way back in the day. I've always been more of the game person. Although seeing how cards are worth nowadays, it would have been nice to keep my like holographic Blastoise that I got years ago in a somewhat good condition to get some money out of it. But you know, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon pretty much since the beginning. What it was this year was what, the 30th anniversary? So yeah, it's been 30 years of Pokemon. Mainly playing the games. And recently I've been shiny hunting, trying to get every single Pokemon shiny. I've made it quite a bit through. I'm at like 840 shiny Pokemon for my living dex. So I got about like 230-ish to go. There's a lot of legendaries that I need to shiny hunt, but those are going to take time because it's only really Sword and Shield, which is like the best one. Or on my 3DS, I have Ultra Sun and Moon that I can shiny hunt some legendaries, but those are going to take a while. Yes, I have a shiny Frostlass. Yeah, I have all of the Snorunt line. So I have shiny Snorunt, shiny Glalie, and shiny Frostlass. I think I might have an extra shiny in my pile here. Do I? Maybe not. Maybe it's in my Pokemon home. These are all extra shinies that I've been catching from Legends Arceus or this game. Eventually, once I reach partner on YouTube, I kind of want to do a bunch of shiny giveaway for members. So I should be I should reach partner maybe this month. I'm not too far off from reaching the partnership requirements, so it was your only flying run. Nice. Yeah, I've gotten so many extras just from trying to shiny hunt stuff. I have a whole lot more in my Pokemon home. How do you make shiny sandwiches? Is there a certain ingredient? Yes. So your best bet, if you just like type in, also welcome back, cool washing machine. Appreciate the $4 burger. Thank you very much. So for shiny sandwiches, if you just Google, because I don't have everything memorized myself, but usually there's a bunch of different recipes online that people have figured out to create shiny sandwiches. My favorite recipes are the like super simple ones where it's just one ingredient and then like a salty and a, you know, depends on the type. Remember fighting is 2 Herba Mystica and a pickle? Yeah. So like I know lettuce, I mean for grass types, it's like, it's 1 lettuce and like a salty and a spicy Herba Mystica. There's so many recipes, but if you look online, you'll be able to easily find them. Because some of them are specific. Like some of them you need to use a salty and a sweet Herba Mystica. If you use a salty and a spicy, you might not get encounter power level 3. But the recipes aren't too crazy. There are some recipes that require a lot of ingredients, but I always just go for the single ingredient one because those are the easiest ones to do. I just want this shiny Petilil already. These are the worst shiny hunts. The ones that are like such a small difference and you have to hyper focus. All right, cheers. Yeah, no problem. Like, I like when my shinies are very noticeable. Makes my life easier. Yeah, some recipes don't work as such. 2 tofu on a heap of meat and pepper, tofu's gonna fall. Yeah. That's why I really like single recipe or single ingredient recipes. Never really have to worry about any ingredients falling. I think pretty much all of the shiny sandwiches I make are single ingredient. Like if we don't get a shiny in this sandwich, you know, I'm gonna reset so I don't lose my Herba Mystica, and then I can show off the grass type sandwich for anyone interested. Very simple. Like if only if the grass petals on top of their head changed instead of just their color on the body. Another shiny hunt that I hated was Seal. Seal and Dugong. Because the lighting in this game, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record from the previous streams. Rip Bro, appreciate the follow. Thank you, thank you. Jam, welcome. Appreciate the follow. The colors in this game are bad. Ever tried hunting Duosion? So your cool washing machine, by the way. All right, no problem. I'll try to remember that. I haven't really shiny hunted Duosion, but I did Runicles. That one didn't feel too bad because the color is at least kind of noticeable. Malty, welcome. Like I'm almost done with Scarlet shiny hunting. Like I only have about like 30 something left in this game that I need for my shiny living dex. So I'm trying to get all of the annoying ones out of the way just so I can have an easier time later shiny hunting some other Pokemon. And I think really Petilil is the only one that's left that's really annoying. Do I play Pokemon Champions? Yes. It's been a while since I feel like I haven't streamed Pokemon Champions in like maybe a week. But I do play Pokemon Champions. Once the new season comes out, I'll probably stream a lot more of it. You know, us grinding to get to master rank in both singles and doubles. When I first did because Pokemon Champions is my first VGC experience, and I've actually been enjoying it quite a lot. What I did for my first VGC experience, I did like a challenge where I could only use shiny Pokemon that I've captured in Pokemon Champions. So I was using the auto team builder to randomize my team, and I could only use my shiny Pokemon. So for a long period of time, I didn't have like shiny Incineroar or other like meta Pokemon, so I just didn't use them. And I plan to do the same for the next season, is just to only use shiny Pokemon that I've captured and do the team randomizer. You just found a shiny Litten today? Nice. Yeah, Litten's a good shiny. I just shiny hunted that off stream, and I was able to find 3 in one sandwich. It's such an easy shiny to notice. It's such a drastic color difference. Like, those are the ones I love to shiny hunt. Yeah, Litten's a very easy hunt. Alright, we're going on 10 minutes in this sandwich. No shiny yet. Hey, Figgy, hope you have a good stream. Appreciate that, Shaka. Always nice to see you stop by. Appreciate that. The goal for this stream, at the very least, is 3 shiny Petilils. That's all I want. Because then we'll finish off all of the Hisuian form evolutions. And after I get Petilil, like, I really don't need to shiny hunt in Arceus. The only shiny hunt that I would need to do is Cherubi and Cherum, but those are kind of rare. And then the other ones are Burmy and Wormadam, but those are also kind of rare because you have to attack the trees. But I think if I ever touch that game again, it'll be like off stream if I'm bored, just resetting for a Cherubi outbreak. I got pretty lucky with this outbreak where it's 2 of these like super close to each other. So I can just go back and forth between these 2. So with the shiny Petilil, the color is like slightly lighter. But the other thing to look at is their eyes. They go from red eyes to black eyes. they're so tiny. It's like trying to look at their eyes is kind of difficult. How do I get this on PC? I am playing on the Switch. And how much money? There is no legal way to get Pokemon on the PC. Pokemon will forever and, you know, most likely the end of time be on the Switch only, or any, you know, whatever future Nintendo console. And I feel like it's better to shiny hunt these at night. And those are red eyes. You don't feel so. Well, is that a Avengers Spider-Man reference? All right, let's chill out with the random characters. Let's see. All right, we got 4 minutes left before we're gonna have to reset this sandwich. I hope for Gem 10 that, you know, they listen to the fans. What's up, Adri? Welcome, welcome. Just trying to get this shiny Petilil. So far, it's not appearing for us. Like, I'm planning to go for another 3 hours until I get this darn shiny. Manders, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Appreciate the follow there. Mainly just I'm doing a shiny living dex, so trying to catch them all. I've only seen one shiny Petilil in my life, and that was when I was like first shiny hunting in Legends Arceus, and it was in an outbreak, and there were like 3 of them all grouped up together, and I saw the, like, you know, I heard the sparkle and the sound and the whatever, but they were all grouped up together that I couldn't tell which one was shiny. And this was before, like, I still had the autosave stuff on because I didn't know about like turning it off. So when the shiny popped up, I just started throwing Pokeballs, and I thought I caught it, but I didn't, and it ran away. So Since then, I have not seen a shiny Petilil ever again, even in Arceus. So this thing has been eluding me for quite some time. And I figured today we're just gonna focus on it, try to get it, so we never have to shiny hunt this Pokemon again. You're about to hunt Phalanx? Well, good luck on finding it. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, our shiny sandwich is almost done, so we're about to do a reset anyway. We'll go one more time over to the Petilils and see. You're egg hatching for shiny Frigabacks right now, hoping that you get lucky. Yeah, so Petilil has black eyes. It is slightly like a lighter green, or like it's a slightly different color or shade. But you know, with Scarlet and Violet's lighting, it's kind of difficult. So you could catch it, or you could notice it from the color of its body, but that can also be kind of difficult. But our shiny sandwich is done, so we're going to reset so we don't waste the Herba Mystica. Let me see. I think I can probably take away. Let's go ahead and we're gonna switch out. We're gonna switch out Toucannon for this right here. So these are the shinies we're looking for. Mainly Petilil. The body is a slightly lighter color, but again, with the lighting in this game, it's kind of rough. So we're gonna make a shiny sandwich. Now, whenever it comes to outbreaks, you don't need to make an encounter level 3 sandwich. It does not affect outbreaks. So for this one, I'm doing spicy and a bitter with 2 mustard. This is so that I get Humongo power. So at least it can make these Pokemon slightly bigger, or at least the chance for them to be slightly bigger. Can you join for shiny hunting? We might do some Union Circle shiny huntings later. We did a bunch yesterday. A friend and I. You just finished the Pokédex last night? Nice. But today's stream, I'm probably gonna just try to focus on getting Petilil. But future streams, I am definitely open to doing Union Circle stuff. I did some Union Circle shiny hunting with a friend of mine. We got 2 shiny Alolan Sandshrews for my living decks, and we got 2 Vulpixes for theirs. Me after hearing bro saying counter power doesn't affect outbreaks. Yeah, I was not aware of that either for quite some time. And in some cases, it actually messes up the spawns for your outbreak because it makes too many things spawn around it. Actually, let me... Okay, yeah. Usually encounters are really only good for non-outbreak shiny hunting. Yeah, because like I feel like the body should be noticeable once I see it, but because I haven't seen it yet in Scarlet and Violet, I'm not really sure. And someone actually told me last stream, I forget who it was, but they said that the the sound effect or the shiny sound effect that's in like Arceus and Zia or whatever, they said that it's in they said it's in the code of the game, so it exists, but it's disabled for some reason. So like if that's true, then it's like, why are you guys just keeping it disabled? Yeah, when you catch it, or when you encounter it, it exists. Or yeah, when you encounter it, it pops up. It's just not in the overworld, which is annoying. Like the amount of shinies I failed in Scarlet and Violet is so much higher than any other game. You failed the shiny Seadra because you were horsing around in a synchro machine. There was I recently, granted I was able to reclaim it after, but I was shiny hunting Grookey, and granted I should probably research before I shiny hunt stuff, but I found 3 in one sandwich, but the first 2, like I think the first one I used false swipe and it used like slam or something, so it didn't affect me, and then I caught it. Then the second one I used a quick ball and caught it. The third one I used false swipe again because I was like, oh, it's perfectly safe, and then it used wood hammer and killed itself. And I had forgotten to turn autosave off because I was doing like Herba Mystica farming, and I turned it back on because there's been like times in the past where I had autosave off and I did a bunch of raids for Herba Mystica, and then I would either forget or something happened, and then I lost all my Herba Mystica. So I put it on when I was farming, and then I completely forgot to turn it off. Jack C, so you unlock flying in the DLC. I believe it's the Blueberry Academy DLC. Yeah, I forgot it was part of the DLC because when I went and I was doing my playthrough of Violet because I borrowed a friend's copy, and it felt so weird not being able to fly after having it for so long. Do you just want my shiny Petilil? No, I appreciate the offer, Tipson. I do appreciate the offer, but For any of my living dex collection, I want it to be Pokemon that I've caught with my trainer ID. But I do appreciate that. I've been amassing quite the large collection of shinies that I do plan to give away to some people in the future. Like once I get partner on YouTube and do like kind of member giveaways or something. Because I have a lot. I have like definitely hundreds in my Pokemon Home just from Legends ZA. Those are kind of stuck in Pokemon Home because I borrowed ZA from a friend, got all the shiny Pokemon I needed, and then returned it. And then nope. Luckily, when when they let me borrow ZA, since I saved money on not buying the base game, I bought the DLC and I shiny hunted Skarmory that way. Anyone who shiny hunted Skarmory in Zone 17, you are insane. I do not have that level of insanity. Froakie's another one. That's another thing. I saw those shiny hunts and I was like, nope, not doing that. And then when the DLC came out, and I was like, oh, look at that. These shiny hunts are so much easier now. I'm gonna do it in the DLC. Now the DLC was quite the grind fest, especially the special scans to get the legendary spawns and like some of the other spawns to get all the Pokemon for like the Pokemon Home completion. But I got my shiny Volcanion. Now he's kind of just stuck in Pokemon Home until he can be moved into Generation 10 whenever that comes out. Because that's the one thing that's kind of unfortunate with shiny Volcanion is that it is stuck to Legends ZA. You can't bring it to Scarlet or anything like that. All right, 20 minutes in, or 10 minutes into the sandwich. Still nothing. You know, I think I might just go on top of the hill over there and just picnic reset. Instead of doing both of these at the same time. Hello, Not. Welcome, welcome. Can you beat Stereo Madness and then land a bottle flip? Probably not. I'm not gonna be on. I'll be honest. I don't know what Stereo Madness is. Yeah, it's crazy. Like from far away, for a second, you're like, "Oh, I think that's shiny," and it's not. Oh, I've done a Veluza outbreak before. Or actually, I don't think it was a Veluza outbreak. It was just normal Veluza spawns. Those are much easier to notice because it goes from purple to green. Like I got two back to back when I was shiny hunting Veluza. Pretty sure I uploaded like a YouTube short. It is funny though how fast they are. Like they just speed blitz you and don't let you get any kind of breath. Oh, for people who weren't aware, if you just tap the home menu twice, there's the zoom in function. You're gonna go now? Bye. All right. Appreciate you stopping by. Today you got a shiny Cyclizar, Cryogonal, Belly Bolt, and Lechonk. Nice. I love me Bella Bolt. Lechonk probably has one of the best names in the Pokemon franchise. Yeah, the yellow looks really good. Yes, steel is good against fairy. Yes. Whoops. I just want this shiny hunt to be over. Like, you would think Legends Arceus would be the better game to shiny hunt, but my luck in that game for Petilil specifically, very low. Appreciate the follow. Thank you, thank you. Never thought a 5-star victory barrel raid would be this easy. If you have the right Pokemon, then it's pretty easy. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Hapu. All right, 10 minutes. We're almost 2 sandwiches in with no shiny. Our luck today is not looking good. All right, 1 second here. I might have a phone call from my mother back home. sending her a message. Let's see. Come on. All right, we got 8 minutes. I constantly am debating whether if I do an outbreak or if I just pop an encounter sandwich and just run up and down like the mountain area for shiny Petilil. Because even though the odds are technically better in an outbreak, you don't see as many at once. Just found a shiny female Pyroar. Nice. Yeah, in ZA I was able to get, because of the Litleo, the Alpha Litleo that's always by the tower, I was able to get shiny alphas for both. Maybe for like one of the last sandwiches or two, if we still don't have a shiny by now or by then, I'll try the encounter level 3 and just running up and down the mountain. The only tough thing with that is that we might run into some other Pokemon that are shiny and not Petilil, because there are a bunch of other grass type Pokemon around that area. Definitely a brave hunt. Yeah. I've only seen one shiny Petilil. Like the rest of the Pokemon I need to shiny hunt in Scarlet are gonna be much easier, because at least the colors are a bit more noticeable. I think the only one that might be a little difficult is the Gothita line. The psychic type Pokemon. That one might be the only one that might be a little tough, because I think it's kind of the same with those, where it's like the eyes change colors but not too much of the body. You're out? All right, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. We're gonna be here for another like 2.5 hours trying to get 3 of these to be shiny. The things you do for a shiny living dex. Yeah, some of these other hunts are so much easier. Like even just paradox Pokemon. Oh, you love you some Lilligant for real. I don't know about that. It's more just shiny living decks. You know, you shiny hunt for the love of the game, but sometimes you don't love the game. And these are one of those moments. Hello, Jojo. Not seeing any. All right, we got 30 seconds left, and then we reset the sandwich once again. All right, reset time. Sandwich number 3. We're gonna get one. Bum, 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 bum. It's like these hunts sometimes take so many sandwiches, and then you can go shiny hunt a paradox Pokemon and you get like dozens. You're late. Well, you haven't missed much. Trying to get this shiny Petilil. 2 sandwiches in and no shiny yet. I just want to try to get this shiny hunt over. Yeah. Even like off stream, I was playing Arceus and trying to shiny hunt Petilil, but it would just never show up. So I have an outbreak here, so I figured let me just try in Scarlet just to see. It does not want to be found. What's up, Bun Bun? Welcome back. Trying to get us a shiny Petilil. It does not want to be found. It's being quite annoying. Wish me luck, appreciate that. I'm gonna need it. We're an hour into the stream and still no shiny. I'm playing on Switch too. I don't think I would have ever shiny hunted on the Switch one. Whoa, why? Suddenly a whole bunch just spawned. That's insane. I need this kind of spawn. Oh, wait. Let me see. No. Like, Switch 1 was rough. 30 FPS and below. Resolution was rough. I only started shiny hunting on the Switch 2. Like, not too long ago. I think towards kind of like the beginning of the year is when I first started shiny hunting in Scarlet. Oh yeah, 100%. Just the fact that it's going from 30 FPS to 60 FPS makes the game feel so much better. And then on top of that, because the Switch is more powerful, you actually have more Pokemon showing up on your screen, so it actually makes shiny hunting a bit easier, depending on the shiny hunt, of course. But my favorite Pokemon, probably Greninja. I just think Frog Ninjas are cool. Yeah, it's a more populated. The game looks really smooth. I don't know if I want to buy Pokemon Violet on Switch on. Yeah, it's so much harder to tell this Pokemon shiny. Like, I would shiny hunt in Arceus, but my luck in that game for this Pokemon specifically is not great. What's up? So, shiny Petilil, I have a picture of shiny Petilil in the bottom image, or the bottom third of my screen. I also have a Sawaddle outbreak that's like nearby. But yeah, like if you look at that image over there, and then you look at this Petilil, one major difference is that the eyes go from red to black, but then the body is like a slightly lighter shade. Yeah, if you don't have the Switch 2 and you don't really care about Generation 9, I would say buying Violet or Scarlet is not the right idea. Now, if you like the games, and you like shiny hunting, then there is some benefit. Like in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, through the DLC, You can shiny hunt every single starter in the wild outside of Generation 9, but Generations 1 through 8. So I need 3. I need 3 for my shiny living dex, so it's gonna be a long it's gonna be a long hunt. You want to play Violet, you're on ZA now, but you're also broke. I completely understand that sentiment, because I am also broke. There's like, I want to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I'm broke, so I will have to play that another time whenever I have the money to do so. Granted, I have a whole backlog of games outside of Nintendo and Pokemon that I should be playing, but I'm kind of in a shiny hunting fix at the moment. Maybe once I get all the shiny Pokemon I need from Scarlet and I'm officially done with the game, I'll go through my backlog. Oh yeah, I am not looking forward to shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. The only thing I would probably do there is Dynamax Adventures. And then anything else, I will just, I don't know. And since we already saw some Pokemon in the Winds and Waves trailer that are coming back in Gen 10, I might just not shiny hunt those Pokemon until Gen 10 arrives. So in the trailer we saw what? We saw Wailmer, Wailord, we saw Ladybug, Ladian. There's a few of those Pokemon. You know what, I might. I forget the whole list of the Pokemon that are confirmed coming back, but I probably will hold off on shiny hunting any of those Pokemon. Why did I decide to pick the Scarlet version? When I first saw the games announced, I thought the Scarlet Legendary was cooler, and then all of the Paradox Pokemon I kind of thought were cooler, so I went with Scarlet. Can't wait to shiny hunt Tailo. Yeah, I shiny hunted Tailo in on the 3DS. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Did not mean to run into this. Cramorant just staring into your soul. Yup. Just know that if you're having a bad day, just look at Cramorant. Sometimes you don't need words. Just a face. Favorite starter in Gen 9? So I usually always choose water starter, but now that I've there's been a long time in between my first playthrough and just Scarlet in general, whatever. I would probably say Sprigatito is probably the best starter. Yeah, Tailo and Starly are top tier starter birds. Man, I can already feel like my eyes are getting tired just from staring. I think after the sandwich, we'll try just the encounter level 3 sandwich. Running up and down the mountain. Test our luck there. Oh, you got Shiny Sableye finally? Nice. Yeah, it is difficult to identify. It's just after a while, doing the same kind of shiny hunting method, it's a bit exhausting. Need something a little different in between just to not lose my mind. Iced coffee delivered by your lovely sister. Shout out to your sister. I would help, but I'm bad at finding the small details as most. Yeah, that's just how it is with some of these shiny hunts. Yeah, I wish the shiny sound was in Scarlet, like in the overworld. That would make our lives so much easier. Appreciate the follow there. Oh, boat. Either shiny sparkles or what they need to do is start making some of these shinies a lot more noticeable. Stop putting these like lighter shades of colors into your shiny Pokemon. Yeah, they did fix Slowpoke and ZA. Why did they put Charizard Black 4? Charizard shiny is one of the best shinies in the game. Honestly, all of the black shinies are like some of the best in the game. I don't think there's a bad black shiny. You ran into shiny Rockruff last year in Violet. Nice. I got pretty lucky. So I have all of the different forms of Lycanroc shiny. I got lucky in an outbreak and was able to get, I think it was Dusk form Lycanroc. All right, 13 minutes. Sandwich number 3. Our luck is not looking good. You wish it was like a golden color? I don't know if golden would work for Charizard. Yeah, imagining it gold feels weird. Because we're so used to the color that it is now. In Arceus, I ran into a shiny Cacturn randomly and a shiny Ghastly randomly. Is there any way to force it to be nighttime without losing the outbreak? Doing this in the daytime is rough. Yes. I bought Fire Red for 20. I wanted to shiny hunt Deoxys because that's the only way currently right now to get that legally outside of the original like Japanese copy. Appreciate the follow, Card Club. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I think after this sandwich, I'm gonna do encounter level 3. We're just gonna test our luck. Because this is not working. There's also a chance that we've missed the shiny Pokemon, but who knows? Hard to tell. What up? Alright, 10 minutes left. Appreciate the 2 roses. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Did not mean to run into that. Also did not mean to run into that. Yeah, so I've already knocked them out to the lowest thing. So we are at max shiny odds for this outbreak, which is 1 in like 512 or something like that. But we are just not getting lucky. What up, Clem? I mean, I usually don't have like the best luck in outbreaks, honestly. I feel like most of my shinies I've gotten from just doing encounter level 3 sandwiches. I got 8 minutes left. I mean, we could, after the encounter level 3 sandwich, we could go back to Arceus and just test our luck over there. It's like from far away, this looks like a shiny, but it isn't. Can you get any legendary in this game? No. Or at least I don't think so. In terms of like shiny hunting, no. You have to do that in Sword and Shield with the Dynamax adventures. Also, question, trying to figure out what better for my team for champions, Venusaur or Scovillain. So remind me of your team again. Oh, whoops. See, that looks shiny, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. I think just so that I'm not staring at Scarlet for an extended period of time, we'll switch to Arceus and then try to find an outbreak and try to get a shiny there for a little bit, and then we'll come back to Scarlet. Right now, until you make changes, Alakazam, Espeon, Lucario, Sableye, Mimikyu. Alakazam, Espeon. So Alakazam's your special attacker, Espeon, Lucario. I mean, if you don't want, like, if you want to use, yeah, if you use Mega, because if I remember correctly, you're using Mega Alakazam, right? So you're not going to use Mega Alakazam and Scovillain in the same team. Espeon's your support. Let's see. It's kind of tough to say. Because you have... The tough thing with your team right now is that 3 of your 6... Well, realistically, every single one of those Pokemon does not take a Last Respects from Basculegion really well. Like, it's gonna knock out your Alakazam, it's gonna knock out your Espeon. If they hit your Mimikyu and knock out the Disguise, it's gonna kill the Mimikyu. It's kind of tough to fit in, I think, those 2 into your team. Because if you go Venusaur, you might as well go Mega Venusaur, because it's going normal Venusaur without Charizard or any kind of Sun team kind of makes no sense. You're hunting Gumi and ZA. Nope, that's the same. You were thinking it would be your second Mega on the team. Yeah, because the thing you need to think about with your team is when you have 2 Megas, you want your second Mega to be good against teams that are strong against your other Mega, or the teams that your other Mega isn't really strong against. I mean, for Last Respects, right? Even though it's a very meta Pokemon, right? King Gambit, you always have Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch Black Glasses, I think, always KOs Basculegion. I mean, you could use Scovillain to like Rage Powder and burn the Basculegion, but there's a good chance that your Basculegion's just gonna die from that alone. So you will get the burn off, but it might be too late. I don't know. Alright, we are going to take a break from Scarlet. We're gonna go to Arceus. We're gonna try... Yeah, because like, looking at these 2 Petilils right on the screen, you would think that they're different. Like, the colors look different. You would think that one of these is shiny. But because of the lighting in this game is so bad, but yeah. So we're gonna try Arceus for a bit. Test our luck. Oh yeah, I did have these outbreaks, just kind of waiting. Replace Mimikyu for King Gambit and Venusaur for Milotic. That sounds better. The one thing you also kind of want to look into is it's always good to have like a water, grass, fire core, because those Pokemon resist each other's like weaknesses. Or you have a steel, dragon, fairy core. I need a shiny sound effect just to make me feel something. All right, there we go. Speaking of shiny sound effect, thank you very much. The dopamine. Look at that. Switch to Arceus and just immediately get a shiny. Such a good shiny too. Appreciate that. Bun Bun, thank you very much. So many that I've caught over here. Off stream, I caught these two. Shiny Mantine and then a random encounter Starly. All right, so let's go ahead and save. All right, we always go here because this is where Petilil spawns. Always save beforehand when I do this so I don't waste the berries. Do we have Petilil? We do not. So we reset. Yeah, that shiny sound effect is just so nice. All right, so since Petilil is not in an outbreak here, we go back to the village, look for some new outbreaks. Okay, we could do these two, but I want to quickly try to reset for Petilil. You know, if we reset enough, we might get lucky and get a Cherubi outbreak. If that one pops up, we'll definitely do that one, because I still need to shiny hunt that as well. I already have enough Mr. Mimes. Mr. Mime has haunted me with how many times it's appeared shiny. Okay, perfect. Hopefully, Petilil, Petilil. Nope, 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 nope. Hopefully for the next season of Pokemon Champions, if they change the Pokemon that are allowed to be used, hopefully Petilil or Lilligant is one of them, so that when I finally get a shiny Lilligant and Hisui and Lilligant, I can use it in Pokemon Champions. No Lilligant. That's the tough part about shiny hunting in Arceus, especially when you already have most of the Pokemon shiny, is that you're just constantly resetting until you get what you want. Yeah, we'll probably play Arceus for another nearly another hour, and then we'll go back to Scarlet. We should ideally find an outbreak within that time frame. Espeon, Alakazam, Slaking Gambit, Dragonite, Sableye, Tinkaton. Dragonite, Mega Dragonite, Tinkaton, King Gambit. I think that should sound that sounds okay. I mean, I'm a little tired, but I kind of naturally just talk low. Like, I don't have that much like energy when I talk. I'm pretty chill. You got shiny Abra and a berry harvest. Nice. I've also been looking at shiny Petilil in Scarlet for like the past hour and a half. So I think that has taken some energy energy away from me. Alright, well, I don't think there was another outbreak, right? Is there like a missing one that I'm not aware of? Oh, hello. Oh, we got berries from this. Shiny Magikarp in ZA, congrats. Do I have any spares I'm willing to trade for? I mean, if I do trade any spares, I would probably do shiny for shiny just because I'm planning to give away shiny Pokemon in the future. But out of your team that you have, what's up, Banana Man? I don't think I have extras of the Pokemon in your team. I mean, I might have an extra. Oh, wait, I think I do have an extra Bisharp. Petilil's not here. Okay. I think in Scarlet, I think I have an extra Bisharp. Did you hear they retconned Ash Greninja in Pokemon Journeys? I did not. I haven't really kept up with the anime in like over probably 2 decades. I've watched his final Ash's final battle, but outside of that, I haven't really kept up with the anime. Pretty much doesn't exist anymore. You're gonna shiny hunt for Petilil too? Well, I hope your luck is better than mine. I'm just gonna do this Basculin outbreak just because I know a lot of people will probably want a shiny Basculin. I have a couple extras of Basculin and I think Basculegion. I think I have 2. I think I've caught a total of 5. Yep. Yeah, I'm aware. Mass outbreaks have higher odds. I might have a spare Abra or Kadabra, but I need to check if I have it in Scarlet or if it's stuck in Pokemon Home. Because I got it from ZA. God, I hate trying to catch these things in the water. Pretty sure the outbreak is done. Yeah, it's done. Yes. So I will actually show you. Let me see. Did I evolve them in this game? I think I did. Yes, we have Basculin. Okay, Basculegion. So this is the male shiny. And then the female shiny is yellow. The female, I believe, is more of a special attacker, whilst the male is a more physical attacker. So there is a kind of a difference between the two. Yeah, I've caught, out of all the shiny Basculins that I've caught, I've only had 1 B female. Every other one is male. And it's supposed to be 50-50 in terms of like the gender ratio. But I've only ever caught one female shiny. Yeah, so all the extras that I have are male. Appreciate the follow, Losser. Thank you, thank you. Also, are you picking what shiny I give because I don't have like the best and my dupes are I'm sure you have. No. Anything is fine. Like I'm planning to give them away anyway, so once I reach the point that I want to reach on YouTube and I can kind of organize everything, my plan would be to you know, for members, do kind of like maybe weekly, I'm thinking, or monthly. Kind of depends on how I need to figure out how long it would actually take. Unless I want shiny Rayquaza. No, that's fine. Because I think in Scarlet alone, from Scarlet and Arceus, I have like 120 extra shinies that I don't need. So I would want to give those away for members of the channel. People who are, you know, supporting. Yep. Okay, we got a massive mass outbreak, so the odds are less, but it does spawn a new horde after, so here's hoping this has a shiny for us. Okay, so I'm gonna save here. God, I hate throwing Pokeballs. Okay, a new horde. It's gonna be Lilligants. Alright, we're gonna try a couple variations of this. You know, try to kill two and then do the rest. Yo, what is Volo doing, bruh? He's out here shiny hunting, man. He's changed his ways. How did I get that hair? I'm pretty sure you unlock it after beating the game. Alright, I need to get the... this is taking a while. Time to throw some mud. All right, so this is the end of the outbreak. So we're gonna reset. Legends RCS made you realize how much I missed it compared to ZA. Yeah, Legends RCS is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games over the past few years. I really liked Arceus. So here we're gonna try the kind of permutation method where I'm gonna go ahead and kill 2 of these, and that should change the rest of the Pokemon that appear. Because there's a chance that there's a shiny in a different permutation. What's up, Ham is the GOAT? Welcome back. Okay, so we have that. Nope, that's not the Pokeball I want to use. All right, so we knocked out 2. Okay, now we got the Horde. Man, they see from super far away. They're annoying. Nope, that doesn't work. You're gonna get Violet next weekend? Nice. Okay, I'm pretty sure that outbreak is done. Okay, we're gonna try another one. You hope Winds and Waves has ZA levels of character customization and Legends catching system? Yes. Same. And we need the shiny sound effect. We need that in Gen 10. Do not do not try to give us Pokemon Scarlet again with no shiny sound effect. All right, so we're gonna catch 2, and then we're gonna KO 2 later. Oh, we need to catch. Okay, so now we're going to knock out 2. I'll try this permutation a few times, like this might be the last one. I think for a spin-off game, it was fine for the battle system in ZA, but definitely shouldn't be the way battles are forever. Okay. God, they're always so aggressive. God, I went the wrong way. I think that's the last of it. Yep. All right. Well, on to the next outbreak. I guess since we're here, we might as well get these berries. Armoring that you want to use next to you want to keep megas. Getting more baby Pokemon in Winds and Waves. Yeah, I think for me, when it comes to Winds and Waves, I'm gonna do my best to kind of stay off spoilers that end up coming out. I kind of want to go into Gen 10 spoiler free. It's a pretty big generation, so I kind of want to like it's not a big deal. And granted, like any rumors that are out right now aren't really confirmed, so don't worry about it. Like I've already seen some stuff. Like I know people, like there have been reports that there won't be any Winds and Waves news for the rest of the year. I don't know if that was just like rumors or official announcement, but I'm just curious to see, because like it's not coming out at the end of this year, it's coming out next year. So are they gonna make us wait until November of, like, is it gonna be November of next year, which is gonna be a whole like year and a half wait? Or is it going to be like summer of next year? And if we're not going to hear any information about Winds and Wave this year, it makes me think that it's going to be probably November of next year, which is going to be the longest break between generations in the history of Pokemon. It's always been 3 years, but we're already pushing on what, 5? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think maybe next year they'll probably release maybe Emerald, similar to how they did Fire Red and Leaf Green. Because in Emerald, they should unlock the ability to shiny hunt Mew, because that's the only game that you can actually do it in outside of Pokemon Go. But for Pokemon Go, it's like a special event. In Sword, you can't get Mew. Shiny Mew. You can get Mewtwo, I'm pretty sure, but you can't get Mew. Yeah, I caught a shiny Mewtwo from, I think, Ultra Sun and Moon. Either Ultra Sun and Moon or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I forget which one. I'll have to check. It's currently sitting in my Pokemon home. Tempted between buying Legends Arceus and ZA. I would say because you have the Switch 1, I would say Violet might be rough because the performance is pretty bad. I don't know if I can recommend Violet on the Switch 1. Also, sorry for not seeing that chat. For some reason, my multi-chat is blocking some of the chats from going through. Don't know why. But yeah, Arceus is a fun game. It plays the same on Switch 1 and Switch 2, really. It's kind of stuck at 30 FPS. I mean, that's not completely true. It plays better on the Switch 2. Like, it's more consistent. But for the most part, it's kind of the same. Whereas in Violet on the Switch 2, it's like 60 frames per second. It's a lot smoother. ZA is kind of the same thing. It's a lot smoother on the Switch 2 version. But I will say, for people who are not aware, Nintendo is actually going to be increasing the price of the Switch 2. I think it's September 1st. Similar to how like the PS5 had a price increase because of, I don't know, I think it's like tariffs and other stuff. So if you can get your hands on the Switch 2 before September, you should definitely do that because the price is going to be increased. I think it's going up by like $50. What up, yo phone? Right now, I am trying to get a shiny Petilil. It has been avoiding me for months now. Trying to go for a shiny Living Dex, so I need 3 of these little flower petal things for my collection. And so far, our luck is pretty bad. The minute we got into Arceus, we did get a shiny Hisuian Braviary, which is nice. But trying to go for Petilil. We're going to be going, using or playing Arceus for like another 20 minutes, and then we're going to try again in Pokemon Scarlet. Just to see if we can get a shiny Petilil. Shiny Gumi, nice, Clem. Congrats. We do have an outbreak. So we'll do this. Hopefully there's a shiny waiting for us. May the RNG gods be in our favor. Why is Lilligant so aggressive? Shit. Is this the easiest Pokédex to complete? Kinda? I think it's definitely the smallest Pokédex, but some of the space-time distortion Pokemon are kind of annoying. I think when I switch to Scarlet, I'll move some of these shinies over and then show off everything that I have. I'll just go look at this real quick. Need to start using home so many shinies than just in the games. Yeah, every single time I just put everything in home, like kind of right away. I have a what do I have in my 3DS? I think I have a shiny Nihiligo. Yeah, in my Ultra Sun, I have a shiny Nihiligo that I caught like, I think maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago. It's currently sitting in my 3DS. I need to move that over and put it into my Pokemon Home. But I kind of want to wait until I shiny hunt some more legendaries in Ultra Sun. I think most of my shinies probably have come from Legend ZA now. Oh, how you used to reset mass outbreaks? Yeah, when I finally got around to shiny hunting in Legends Arceus was way after those changes, so I never really knew what the old way of shiny hunting was. Yeah, ZA is a really good game to increase your shiny collection. Like, as of right now, my collection is Shiny Alpha Mudkip, the boy, the best Gen 3 starter. Let me see. My Shiny Living Dex collection is at... Let me see. I think it's 800. Yeah, 845 is my current Shiny Living Dex. Of course, Mudkip, Big Man Swampert. That's the GOAT. Forever and always. Don't have great luck with Donut or Hunts, but kind of want a living shiny Dex. Yeah, I think now with the current generation of games, you can actually get a good amount of the Pokemon shiny. Shiny Mudkip looks so good. Yup. Cause like I shiny hunted a little bit back in like the 3DS days with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and then Ultra Sun and Moon and Sun and Moon. But I didn't really start pushing for shiny hunting until Legends Arceus, and then eventually Legends ZA, and then Scarlet. Okay, no Petilil. We will reset. Kind of confused about the Alpha Horde mass outbreaks. Like, are we expected to catch them? It's difficult. Yeah, the Alpha Hordes can be difficult, especially some of the Pokemon that are like super aggressive. For example, me trying to shiny hunt Petilil. Sometimes they'll get the Lilligants to spawn. And even when they're not alphas, they're super aggressive. Shiny Alpha Ghastly took you over a month. Wow. Yeah, I kind of started playing Legends ZA a bit later than most people, because initially when I saw the announcement for it, I was like, okay, it looks fine, but it doesn't look like a game I have to play, especially since the only new things they introduced were like Mega Pokemon. So I was like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna buy this game. I'm gonna skip it. I'll just wait it out. And then I started seeing online that people were like, oh my god, shiny hunting in ZA is insane. It's broken. And I was like, oh man, maybe I should get the game. But then I was still kind of holding out. And then my friend, because I'm in Japan right now, I'm living in Japan. So my friend finished the game and was like, yeah, I didn't really like it, but if you want to play, like if you want to borrow it and play it and see if you like it, then go ahead. And I was like, okay. So they let me borrow it. I played through it, started shiny hunting. Appreciate the follow, Ria. Thank you. Started playing through it, and then the DLC came out, and I was like, all right, so I didn't buy the base game because I borrowed it from a friend. So I could buy the DLC since I saved the money from buying the base game. So I bought the DLC, shiny hunted everything in the DLC that I needed to shiny hunt. And once I finished everything, I returned the game to my friend. So all of my ZA shinies right now are kind of stuck in purgatory in Pokemon Home, because you can't move them into the into any of the other games, unfortunately. So I have like hundreds of extra shiny Pokemon just sitting in Pokemon Home. I'll be able to show you guys my entire collection once I'm done. Probably gonna go for like another 10 minutes of resetting here in Arceus. Live Cramorant reaction, yep. Cramorant just chilling, shiny hunting. Oh. Yeah, most of the time when I don't feel like being on camera, I just put this image of Cramorant on the stream. You played Arceus first and looking for ZA next. Do you think it's better or worse? So I think overall it's not as good as Arceus, but it kind of depends on what you're into. Because like for me, Arceus, I enjoyed the catching of the Pokemon. Like I like the exploration and the traversal and the different areas. Whereas in ZA, it's just one giant city. But if you're shiny hunting, like if you want to get a shiny living dex, I feel like you kind of have to get that game just because of how good it is for shiny hunting. It is grindy, yeah. Especially the DLC. The DLC is atrociously grindy. It's so bad. You know what? Let's try to get a shiny Riolu. Why not? Like most of the time I spent, I'll even show you my playtime. Where is it? So honestly, probably half of this playtime in Legends ZA, 465 hours. Honestly, probably 200 plus of those hours was me using an 8-bit Do controller and a macro to AFK shiny hunt while I went to sleep or while I went to school or did grocery shopping. Like I actually didn't play that game for that long. So if you don't have an 8-bit Do controller, which I highly recommend, like if you're playing Legends ZA, I highly recommend investing in an 8-bit Do controller. It's gonna save you so much time. You can just AFK shiny hunt when you're doing other things. So with the 8-bit Do controller, you set up a macro so that it does a certain kind of button input order. So for some of the shiny hunting in Legends ZA, usually you have to like fast travel on the map or, you know, do certain things. And there's people online who have created macros where you start the macro on your controller and it just like opens the map for you. It moves your joystick up so that you can fast travel, and it does that like indefinitely until you stop it. So you could just set up the controller, AFK shiny hunt, wake up the next morning, and you can come back to like 10 shinies. Okay, the outbreak is done anyway. Permutation? Nah. Like, I already have the shiny for my living dex, but I just wanted to try it once. I usually try a few permutation methods and then I just get tired of it. I'm mainly trying to get Petilil, but our luck for this one Pokemon has been atrocious. Yeah, it's just too much. And after a while, like doing the permutation method, it's like, okay, eventually the shiny will probably pop up, but having to constantly reset the game and look at the order and stuff, it's kind of difficult. I'd rather do it a few times and then just kind of stop. Ooh, okay. I'm going to do a save here because I do technically need this version of Gastrodon for my living decks, for my forms decks. But we're going to check if we have Petilil Outbreak here first. You got an AI model that keeps track for me, but only for Shalfas I can't pass on. Oh, wait, wrong thing. All right, no Petilil. So we're going to go check out the Shellos, because we do need one more for our living decks. I have the blue one, the EC. I have both the Shellos and the Gastrodon. But I only have the West Shellos. I don't have the West Gastrodon. How do you get so many balls of mud, by the way? So because I'm catching so many Pokemon, I get these, like, actually, let me go ahead and release a bunch of these extra Pokemon that I don't need. I have probably so many boxes of these I haven't really been keeping track. Yeah, so when you release a bunch of Pokemon, you get a bunch of these resources. They're supposed to be used. What's up, monkey? They're supposed to be used to, like, kind of make your Pokemon stronger, but I just sell them. Also, appreciate the follow, Electros and Nate. So you kind of want to catch as many Pokemon as you can. Because here, yeah, I go and then I go to this, and then it's here and here and here. So from selling all of those, I got what, 93,000 Poke dollars. Oh. And actually, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of these. Sticky globs are a bit better than the mud. So let's go ahead and replace these. There you go. All right, we're gonna check out Shellos. Pretty sure it's over there. Yep. Arceus, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. All right, so here I'm gonna save. We will try some permutation stuff. if we don't get a shiny. Come on. It's not looking like we're getting a shiny from this first permutation. Yeah, the outbreak is done. So we're gonna check how many we caught just to look at the permutation. So we caught 12. So let me bring up this massive or whatever mass outbreak tool. We got 12. So in this permutation, there is, God, there's so many different, there's like 350. I'm gonna just try, I'm just gonna try 2 more. And then we'll do a little bit more resetting for Petilil, and then we'll go back to Scarlet and just try to encounter shiny level 3 sandwich and running around like a maniac. Big Bone Warhead, you regret evolving your shiny Swalloon? Okay, so if I remember correctly, okay, well, I think fleeing does count as a different instance. There's a whole website that kind of explains all the stuff that's going on there in regards to permutation. God, my aim is so bad. Yeah, I don't think there's any more. Nope. Okay. Whatever. Honestly, it would be easier to shiny hunt this than Scarlet, just given how many show up. Even though the odds are better in this game. All right, let's see. Let's get some, at least one more Petilil outbreak, and then we'll go to Scarlet. God, I hit A too quickly sometimes. Adrian Fire, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. One more Petilil outbreak. Ideally a mass outbreak. That would be the best. Because I'm pretty sure the mass outbreaks are like 1 in 100 and something odds. It's insane. Either a Petilil or a Cherubi outbreak. Either of those would be nice. Hippowdon. I did recently get all versions of Hippowdon, both female and male. I need to actually upload the video I did for Pokemon Champions onto TikTok. It's a bit long, so I don't know how the algorithm will treat it, but for all the Pokemon that are currently available in Pokemon Champions, I put all of my shiny Pokemon in there so people can see how the shinies look like in Pokemon Champions. Venusaur actually looks better in Pokemon Champions than the most recent games. Okay, no Petilil. All right, we'll do one more reset. And then I'll move these shiny Pokemon over to home/Scarlet so I can keep track for future giveaways. And then we'll try to get Petilil and Scarlet. That picture of Cramorant scares you? I always love when people come in and mention the Cramorant picture. It's exactly what I wanted. It's such a random picture. I was playing in Pokopia and I was just like, look at this Cramorant's face. And I just took a super zoomed in photo. And so now whenever I don't feel like putting on my camera, I just put on this picture of Cramorant. All right, this is gonna be the last reset we're gonna do. We're gonna see if there's a Petilil outbreak. If not, then we move on back to Scarlet. All right, no outbreaks, okay. And then I'm pretty sure I put all of my shiny Pokemon in there. Perfect, so let me go ahead and move these over. You love the Cram Cam? Yeah, I've had it on for quite some time. I'm trying to remember the last stream that I was on camera. It may have been like a week ago. Because I'm streaming around nighttime now on all platforms here in Japan. So whenever it's like nighttime, I kind of want to be cozy and just chill. All right, so let me move these over. Let me see, where is it? I think it's over here. Yes. So these are a bunch of extra Arceus shinies that I can't move over to Scarlet. This is my current. Yeah, so these are the. I should actually move these closer together. All the different forms of like Furfrou, Meowstic, Shellos, some of the different Oricorios, some of the different regional shinies. Quite the collection. Everything's organized. Pretty much have all of Scarlet and Violet now that I'm looking at it. Recently caught Frostmoth off stream. This is probably one of my favorite shinies right here. Grimmsnarl and Obstagoon. And then, yeah, let me look at my shiny Mewtwo to see when I caught it. I think I caught it in Ultra Sun and Moon. Seems to have been first met in the Alola region in 2018. Yeah, so this was 8 years ago during, I'm pretty sure, Ultra Sun and Moon, where I caught this in a wormhole, I'm guessing. And then the same thing. Well, I think the time is kind of messed up because this doesn't really make sense. I must have like changed the time in Alola whenever I caught this, because 2011 was not the Alola region, I'm pretty sure. What's up, Gabriel? But yeah. It's my shiny collection. Oh, I got a shiny Ho-Oh from Dynamax Adventure. Right before Christmas, actually. This was my little Christmas gift. And I got a shiny Raikou recently as well from Dynamax Adventure. Most of these are from like Legends EA. But yeah, just to show you. So these are the extra shinies from Arceus. Now all of these are from ZA. So what, 30, almost 60. Like these are all from ZA. Like almost 10 boxes full. Probably closer to 9. So whenever I get around to giving away shiny Pokemon, if they're in ZA, I would have to do like Pokemon home trading. W shinies, thank you. And then here I can move these two. This one is stuck in Pokemon Champions, and then I can just move this one over here. So I returned my friend's copy of ZA because I was borrowing it. I never bought it myself because I wasn't actually going to play it when it came out. So since I don't physically have the game anymore, I have to do it through Pokemon Home. And I don't necessarily want to bother my friend to borrow the game again, because I think they're letting someone else borrow it as well. Yeah, and I know from some people they've mentioned that, like, you know, maybe they only play Pokemon Go, so they have Pokemon Home, but they don't have any of the like actual games. So having some Pokemon in Pokemon Home to like give away shinies for is probably good. You got shiny Pokemon Scarlet. Nice. Let's see here. Let's move this Bravery over here next to the other one. I'll go ahead and just move this one over here. And then let me see. I'm pretty sure I have a Bisharp. Maybe I don't. Because Bisharp is generation 5. And I kind of have these almost in order. You've never seen shiny Dialga? Yeah, I still need to shiny hunt for Dialga. Have a female Combi. Both times that I've gotten a shiny female Combi has been completely random. I've never shiny hunted for Combi. I got more shinies than you. Yeah, these are extras that I'm gonna give away in the future. So what, 30, 60, 90, 120, 129? Roughly. I got some more in Pokemon Home, but all right, so we are gonna try. I have 845 for my shiny living dex. So almost done. Definitely lots of legendaries that I need to shiny hunt. Like once I'm done getting all the shinies I need from Pokemon Scarlet, I'm probably gonna do Dynamax adventures in Pokemon Sword, and then I'm also like, it'll be shiny hunting in 2 games at the same time. So I'll be doing the Dynamax adventures on Pokemon Sword, and then I'll grab my camera and grab my 3DS and just old school like bootleg face the camera to my 3DS and do some soft resets and ultra wormholes in Ultra Sun, so I can shiny hunt multiple legendaries kind of at the same time. All right, so since we're using the encounter level sandwich, we're gonna go up here. We're just gonna run around like maniacs until we can hopefully find a Petilil, because the outbreaks have not been doing good for us. So it's kind of the only other option we have. One second. So I'm just gonna run, run, run. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I saw you had an Alakazam. Can I trade for that, or should I go for Kadabra? I mean, either or. I'll take a look after this shiny sandwich, because this is probably going to be the last thing we do. How long I get all the shinies? I don't really know, but I would say I've been actively like really trying to get a shiny living dex since like last year. So probably like a year and a half, probably. Yeah, so we have 26 minutes on this sandwich, so we'll see. We can try to go back and forth between these two places. How can you find Iron Virizion? I'm pretty sure that's a DLC. Isn't that DLC only? What game is this? Scarlet. This is my luck. We get a shiny Bellsprout, but not a shiny Petilil. You love Lilligant? She's one of your favorite Pokemon? Yep, this is Bellsprout number like 20. I don't want Bellsprout. I want Petilil. You got shiny Giratina? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be shiny hunting the legendaries after Scarlet. Can't wait to actually use her when I eventually get around to playing Pokemon White. Nice. Appreciate the follow, Umbreon. Thank you, thank you. Name her Majesty because she kind of looks like a princess to you. Yeah, because like to me, I've always pictured the flower on her head as like a crown. I don't know if that was intentional design or not, but that's kind of how I always looked at Lilligant's design. Trying to get this shiny is probably the longest time I've ever spent trying to find a shiny Pokemon. Just continues to evade me. You have a shiny Lucario, you saw it's in a turn ball. I don't know if it's hacked. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, we are getting into nighttime, so I should make seeing some of these Pokemon easier. Also, this outbreak is going to end once it hits 12 o'clock here in Japan. You want shiny... Using a HM sandwich or what? Yes. My luck has been atrocious. I did 3 shiny sandwiches for an outbreak, and not a single shiny popped up. Pokemon Scarlet on Switch 2 is a legit 9 out of 10 game. Yeah, it's so much better on Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of what happens with shiny hunting, right? Like a few streams ago, we got like 15 and then like 14 shinies in one stream. Like back-to-back streams, we got 15 shinies. Most of it was Paradox Pokemon, so it is easier to get those shinies, but you know, it's part of the life of a shiny hunter. Sometimes you get a shiny in 1 minute. Sometimes it takes you a week. It's just the name of the game. I mean, we did get 2 shinies on stream today. We got a shiny Hisuian Braviary when we went to Arceus. We just got another shiny Bellsprout. So we'll be adding those to the giveaway pile for some time in the future. So it's not a complete waste. All right, we got 16 minutes left. I'll probably do a few more hunts off stream for shiny Petilil. Because once we get shiny Petilil, like the rest of the shiny Pokemon I have left for Scarlet won't be as difficult. Because when it comes to Scarlet, let me double check. I only have 33 more Pokemon to get. 8 of those are the shiny starters, which I'm not going to stream those just because that's just constantly hatching eggs over and over and over again. And my first shiny starter took 885 eggs. So I kind of don't want to go through that on stream. But for the other 25, I can catch those and then we can put Scarlet to rest. Asking for Alexam, can I have one more just because I love the Pokemon? I have to see what I have available. Boom, boom, boom. So I might hold off on the Hisui and Zora. I kind of want to keep some of the more rarer stuff for future giveaways. Kind of the same thing with like Combi, like the female Combi I have. Is that... What up, Dark Soul VR? Welcome, welcome. Man, there's so many that pop up here. What exactly would be equally rare? So, been trying to shiny hunt Petilil, and we have not been lucky at all. I've tried this outbreak here for like hour and a half. We went to Arceus for like almost an hour. Weren't able to find any Petilil outbreaks in Arceus to get a shiny. We got a Hisuian Braviary in Arceus, like when we first got into the game. And then we just recently got a Bellsprout from this location. So we got 2 shinies on stream, which isn't horrible, but get any phases? What do you mean by phases? I'm not particularly aware of any of the like lingo when it comes to shiny hunting in this game. Accidental shinies? So I would say the Bellsprout was accidental. Yeah. I would say the Bellsprout. Which is like kind of unfortunate because I already have a bunch of Bellsprouts for Legends ZA. So having another Bellsprout isn't like exciting, but you know, we take what we can get. You found a shiny Gulpin on accident? I have Spiritomb. I do sort of have the shiny dogs from Sword and Shield. Not a shiny, but Zarude. Your first shiny in the actual Pokemon games? Nice. Congrats. Yes, I am on Switch 2. That's why the game looks so smooth. It's because I'm playing on the Switch 2. Beautiful 60 FPS. If you get Petilil, you can evolve it to regular Hisuian. So I'm going for a shiny living dex, so eventually I'm gonna have all of them. So the first one I find will probably just stay a Petilil, Because if I do go back to Arceus and shiny hunt for Petilil, I don't want to accidentally get another Hisuian Lilligant shiny. So it'll just stay a Petilil. Then the second one I'll evolve into normal Lilligant, and then the third one would be Hisuian. I've only ever seen one shiny Lilligant, and that was when I was first shiny hunting in Arceus. So I didn't really know the whole like turning off autosave and all that other stuff. And it popped up in a horde, but it was in a group of Petilil, and it was far away. And I couldn't see which one was shiny, and they all started running. So I just started throwing Pokeballs, and I ended up not catching it. All right, we got 7 minutes left. It's definitely much easier to see these at night. Can we get a last minute shiny? That would be great. I feel like this game's always playing tricks on me with the lighting. I guess for the last 5 minutes, I'll just show off this other location. This is another location that you can shiny hunt Petilil if you don't have the DLC. It's not the best. I mean, it's alright. You do get like horde spawns or like group spawns. It's like right over here. If you do a picnic reset, a bunch of them spawn. So we'll do the rest of the hunt here just because you have shiny looking for your 3DS. Appreciate the follow, Sebas. Thank you, thank you. I might have to take a break from shiny hunting Petilil. Shiny hunt some other stuff on stream. I'll probably do like a roulette wheel with all of the Pokemon I have left to shiny hunt in Scarlet, and just let the wheel tell me what to shiny hunt. But yeah, this is one option. It's not looking good. Can I show you how to get shiny Eevee? Also, it looks like I'm still kind of missing some chats. Yeah, I need to look into why some chats are not going through my multi-chat. So for shiny Eevee, your best bet is probably an outbreak. Like, let me see. Like, you might have to reset for an outbreak. What's up, Mango? All right, shiny sandwich is almost over. No shiny Petilil. So let's see here. Do I have an outbreak for an Eevee? No. So the best way for shiny hunting is definitely mass outbreaks. You have to make sure you beat the game to unlock it. When you're looking at mass outbreaks and you don't see anything that you want to shiny hunt, you can go into your game, go to system, date and time, take off the synchronizing clock via the internet, and just go down 1 minute, and the outbreaks will change. And then you can just look through the map, and you can kind of keep doing this until you get the outbreak that you want. So like, for example, here I just got a Flareon outbreak. So if you wanted to shiny hunt Flareon, you just do the outbreak. But for Eevee in particular, you kind of just have to keep resetting, because I don't think there's a, or at least I'm not aware of like a good location for Eevee in terms of shiny hunting. So you can just constantly reset your clock to change the outbreak. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. Unfortunately, we did not get the shiny that we wanted. We got this little Bellsprout. We'll add them to our list. What do I have here? Yeah, so I don't have Alakazam here. I think it's in Pokemon Home. But yeah, gonna end it there. I won't be streaming tomorrow because it's Mother's Day. I'm gonna spend some time with some people over here. In here, in Scarlet. Let me double check. Because I have them kind of in order. So. Oh, yeah. I know I have it in home. Yeah. So yeah, if you go to your home menu, you go to settings, system settings here. And you just go all the way down to the bottom to system. And then you go to date and time. Make sure that this is unchecked, because if it's checked, it will always stay with the internet time. And then you just keep going down. You only have to do like 1 minute. And then when you go back into your game, all of the outbreaks will change. And you just kind of keep doing that until you get the outbreak that you want. Now, you could make encounter sandwiches for the type that you want, and that does help kind of get you some of the Pokemon that you want. So if you want to get an Eevee, you can do, you have to look online, or you might have, let me see if there's a sandwich here. So like if you go, for example, this one, encounter power bug, you kind of want to find one that's encounter normal while you're doing the reset, because then that should help you find the Pokemon that you need. Could you have a free shiny, please? Do you want a shiny Bellsprout? I don't really want this thing anyway. I'm kind of keeping some shinies for giveaway stuff, but multi, if you want a shiny Bellsprout, I can give you a shiny Bellsprout. Yes, this is Scarlet and Violet. What device am I using? I am using a Nintendo Switch 2. Appreciate the follow, Spanner. I think I missed that earlier. How to download that? You buy it from the eShop. I'm not playing on PC. This is an actual Nintendo Switch 2. It's okay. I don't really want any shiny legendaries because I kind of want to catch them myself. Can I show you how? You mean opening up the Nintendo eShop? And searching for Pokemon? There you go. Download any or buy any Pokemon game you want. But yeah, it's almost midnight here. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Let me. Scarlet and Violet is like 60 US, 60 USD. One second here. Before I head out, give me a second. Bun, if you're still here, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give me a second. I'm gonna post my Pokemon Home friend code. Go ahead and add me. Go ahead and add me on Pokemon Home, Bun, and let me know what your trainer name is as well, just so that I know it's you. And then just send me whatever, and then I'll send you an extra Alakazam or Kadabra from Pokemon Home. But I'm about to end stream now, so I'm gonna catch you guys later. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question? I'm still here, so you can ask your question. Appreciate the follow, Serge. Thank you very much.